Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's class is a 45-minute conditioning class designed to work your upper and lower body and your abdominal core. It's a special request by a YouTube subscriber as another class just to complement the other yoga conditioning and cardio class on the channel. There's no props required for class today, but I would encourage you, if the reps become too much or you just need to take a break, please feel free to rest at any time and join back in the flow whenever you're ready. I hope you enjoy. Namaste. So we'll start on our backs today with some functional core work to help you feel strong and steady at the very center of your body. So we'll start lying down, bringing both knees in toward your chest, and give yourself a little rock side to side. Massage out through the low back spine. And just keeping your head on the floor, bring your right knee in toward your chest and extend your left leg out straight and let it hover just above the mat there, so you feel elongation through the top of your left thigh, down the left side of your body. And just pause, take a couple of breaths. Relaxed in your head and your neck and your upper back. And then switching, bring the left knee in, extend your right leg out straight. And breathe smooth in and out through the nostrils. So for the next sequence, you could keep your head on the floor here if you want to make it a little bit stronger. Just lifting up now, bringing your head and heart up so you're resting on the low part of your shoulder blades. And we'll just stay with that pattern. So opposite knee now in toward your chest, and then switch. And you can start slow here and then build your pace, or stay at a slower pace if that suits your breath pattern better. Exhaling as you switch, and reaching away right to the edge of your toes. Keep breathing. We've got a few more here. We're just slowly going to start to build some heat. And just staying conscious that each time you exhale, your navel's drawing back toward your spine and you're minimizing the arch in your low back spine. So you stay engaged deep in the abdominal core. And then from here, just keep that movement. We're going to switch to a straight leg version of this. Just starting to scissor your legs away from one another. And that may not need to be such a deep hamstring stretch, just scissoring the legs away in your range of motion as you start to warm up. And as the legs go up and down, make sure they feel engaged. You're stretching and spreading all your toes away from the midline of your body. Keep breathing. So we're going to keep it moving. Keep your head lifted. If it's uncomfortable for your neck, you can rest your head back. And next time you exhale, catch both knees in toward your chest. And as you breathe in, send the legs away and your arms out wide to the side. Knees in and legs away. So just stay with that sequence. If you want to make it a little bit stronger, your legs can hover a little closer toward the floor as you extend the legs away, and your arms can reach overhead. If you're still working on your core strength, legs up a little higher. Head can rest back. Just keeping an integrity in your form, a connection to your breath. And we'll take 3 more here. And then hug the knees in, rest your head back, and just roll on the back of your head to release your neck. And then from here, taking your feet to the floor. Feet could be together or a little apart, knees bent. And then taking your hands behind the back of your head, interlace your fingers so you are supporting your head there in the hammock of your hands. Lift up again, head and shoulders. Rest on the low part of your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, lift up a little bit more. Reach your right arm over to the outside of your left leg. Come back to center. And as you exhale, switch sides. So we're starting to move the work into our oblique muscles down through the sides of our waist. And as you reach through your arm, think about reaching not only your arm but your shoulder across, so you're really lifting the shoulder blade up away from the mat as you twist. And just stay with this sequence. There's a rest coming up. And we'll do 2 more each side. Reach, last one, and rest. Rest down, release your arms, and any movement that feels good to slow the rhythm of your breath down and get comfortable and at ease in your body again. We'll take a short pause here, taking the knees out wide to the side, your soles together, and you can rest your hands on your belly and take 10 smooth breaths in and out. Emphasizing your exhale to clear out and regulate your breath. And just noticing any warm sensations you may have created there in the belly. And just taking 3 more deep breaths in and out. And then roll the knees in toward each other, gather the knees in toward your chest, cross at the feet and just catch a hold of your feet. Take a few rock and rolls if it feels good through your spine. We're just making our way up onto all fours. You can roll up and over the legs and then just place your hands down underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And take a few rounds of cat and cow. And as you arch your spine and dip your belly, linger there for an extra breath, sensing a stretch through the front of your torso, and then slowly round the spine, tuck the tailbone, hug the belly in, and then just flow with your breath, arching as you breathe in, rounding as you breathe out. Inhale to arch. And this time as you breathe out, round your spine, keep pressing into your hands, bring your buttocks back toward your heels. Inhale all fours and arch the spine. Exhale, round the spine, hug the belly, buttocks to the heels. This time as you come up onto all fours, reach your right arm forward and your left leg back, extend. And as you exhale, bring your elbow in toward your knee and round your spine. On your inhale, extend your arm and your leg away. And as you exhale, place your hand down, knee down, buttocks to the heels for child's pose. And we'll switch, gliding up onto all fours, left arm forward, right leg back. Core lunge, bringing the elbow toward the knee, rounding. Inhale to extend away, keeping your belly firm. Exhale, hand down, knee down, buttocks to the heels. Up onto all fours, right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, rest in child's. Last round, up onto all fours, left arm forward, right leg back, leg engaged. Exhale, curl in. Breathe in, reach away. Exhale, hand down, knee down, and rest in child's pose. Take a few extra breaths here. Keep your arms extending. relaxing across your shoulders, the back of your neck, so there's a nice soft energy there. And smooth the rhythm of your breath. Breathe deeply in and out to the back of your lungs. Allow your belly to relax in between your thighs. And on your next breath in, coming up onto all fours, just transitioning here, tuck the toes, lift your seat and make your way into your first downward dog. And in time with your breath, no faster than your slowest breath, just gently pedal out through your heels. Sway through the hips and gently nod the head, finding that optimal shape in your body where you're lengthening, elongating all the way down the spine and the back of the legs to the heels. As you feel yourself breathe in, gaze forward between your hands. End of your exhale, bend the knees and step lightly forward to the top edge of your mat. Bringing your toes to touch, take a halfway lift as you arrive, and on your exhale, forward fold. Rise to stand, reach your arms out and up, send the gaze up to the tip of your thumbs, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And just find a feeling of steadiness through all four corners of your feet there. Your legs engaged. Good posture in your upper body. Chest uplifted. We've got 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, and we'll add in some core strengtheners. Please feel free to modify at any time. You can take your knees down. You can pause in plank. Or you can rest in downward dog if you need to do less. Take a deep breath in, send your arms overhead. And as you exhale, swan dive forward over the legs. Keep moving with your breath. Halfway lift, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, step back, plank pose and pause. Deep breath in here, eyes forward, legs engaged. And as you exhale, we're taking our knees down to the floor and 5 low push-ups. So you can come down any amount there. Try and keep an integrity in your form. So your elbows at a right angle, elbows pointing back, your chest open and bright so your lungs are available. Breathing smooth, and then lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Keeping your hands by your ribs, your elbows tucked in, just take a mild arc through the spine, coming into Cobra. And as you exhale, peel down, roll back, firm belly, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Exhaling all the air out of your lungs. Filling up, nice full deep breaths. And we'll keep it moving. Send the gaze forward between your arms. End of your exhale, step or lightly hop forward to the top edge of the mat. Toes together, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Breathe in, rise to stand, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Second round, arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in, long extended spine. Exhale, take the hands down, step back to plank and pause. Mountain climbers here, right knee in, stepping back, left knee in, slightly round the spine, hug the belly, and then pick up the pace. And you can possibly take your knees to your outer elbows as you curl in, just as a way of taking the heat out of the hip flexors, not overworking them there. Stay strong, keep pushing the floor away with your hands. We've got 2 more each side. Last round. And either knees, chest, chin, or stay strong, low push up all the way to the floor. Cobra pose as you breathe in. Enjoy the stretch, savor your breath. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Little bend in the knees there. And walk your hands back to the back edge of your mat so they meet your feet. Take a halfway lift as you arrive. Forward fold as you breathe out. Rise all the way to stand. Press actively down through your feet. And as you exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Big breath in. Feel your shoulder blades squeeze together, your heart lift. Deep bend in the knees, hinge from the hips and fold forward there. And as you fold forward, arms can float a little or a long way away from your back, just your range of motion there. Try not to overdo it. Just lifting your shoulder heads up away from the mat, enjoying the stretch, the forward fold, the mild inversion. Breathe. And we'll take 3 more deep breaths in and out. And releasing your hands to the floor, look ahead to the top edge of your mat and walk yourself out, coming into downward dog. So try and keep the heels nice and heavy, the legs straight and extended. And then when you arrive, really spread your fingers, activate the hands from the fingertips, the base knuckles of your fingers, really push the floor away. So again, here some upper body strengtheners coming up. If you need to modify, please do, particularly if you are still working on your core strength and you feel like you start to sag through the low back. Better to do something that's modified and you keep your form and alignment. Stay with me here. Take your toes together, right leg rising as you breathe in. Shift forward, high push-up, breathe out, and lower to a low push-up. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, down dog splits. Breathe in here. Core lunge in the air. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, reach up and back. Keep pressing into your hands. Exhale, core lunge. Breathe in, reach back to your edge of your heel. And as you exhale, core lunge in the air. Breathe in, extend. And then we're going to step forward lightly to a low lunge. Right foot in between your hands, left knee to the floor. We're just pausing here. You can keep your hands on the floor or walk your hands to the top of your right thigh. Catch your breath. Relax your shoulders, staying open and spacious across your chest. And gently stretching out through the top of your left hip flexors. And keep pushing down through your right heel, lightly engaging through your left buttocks, left hamstrings. And taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands to the floor, step back through a high push-up. Exhale, low push-up, upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Second side coming up, bring your toes together there. Modify if you need to. Left leg rises, breathe in. Exhale, shift forward, high to low push-up, breathe out. Inhale, high push-up. Exhale, down dog splits. Take an extra breath, breathe in. Core lunge in the air, exhale. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, core lunge. Breathe in, nice controlled movement here. Core lunge, make it count, really hug and hollow the belly. Inhale, down dog splits. And as you exhale, quietly step forward, left foot in between your hands, right knee to the floor. And taking your low lunge in a shape that suits your body, you can walk your hands up here to the top of your thigh. Feel a little bit more upright and open. Or you can keep your hands on the floor if it feels good, maybe swaying a little forward and back. Relaxing through the shoulders. And taking your hands to the floor, stepping back through a vinyasa high to low push-up, upward dog or cobra. Just savor your breath here, linger for an extra breath, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop your knees to the floor, your buttocks to your heels, and come to sit upright. So you're just kneeling there. If it doesn't suit your body to flex your knees deeply, just bring your legs around in front of you for Sukhasana, cross-legged seat. So from here in your kneeling position, float the arms forward to shoulder height, and then turn your palms out. Cross your right palm on top of your left palm so your palms touch. And then as you feel yourself breathe in, just raise the arms up above your head. Keep pressing the palms together to widen through your upper back, reaching up to the edge of your fingers. And taking a side stretch, a side bend to your right. Squeeze in through the right side waist. Elongate the left side of your waist, keeping your torso upright. Lean over any amount that feels good. Inhale, coming back to center. Switch your palms, opposite palm in front. Lengthen up on your breath in. And tip over to your left as you breathe out. Next breath in, come all the way back up. And as you exhale, release the hands and just give them a little shake out. We're going to transition into downward facing dog. Crawl your hands forward so you come to extended child's pose. Spread all your fingers. Take your hands quite wide. And making your way into downward facing dog. And take 5 deep breaths. Let your breath end right at the pit of your belly, and breathe spaciously wide into the ribs. Keep breathing. And take a full breath in, gaze forward between your hands. And at the end of your exhale, light bend in the knees. You can take a bunny hop or a step to the top edge of the mat. Bring your toes together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold. Come into chair pose now as you breathe in. So really bend your knees and bring your weight back into your heels. Let your buttocks sit back. Same time, firming the belly in so you feel full and supported in your low back. From this position, you're going to lower the arms down to shoulder height with your palms face down. And then just get your balance there, your center of gravity right in the middle of your body. And then rising up onto your toes to balance, lifting the heels. Keep drawing the buttocks back, the arms forward. Pause. Hold your steady gaze for balance. And then land your heels, press your palms down, press to stand. And we'll do that 4 more times, coming into chair pose as you breathe in. Arms down to shoulder height, raise the heels, come up onto the balls of the toes and pause. Hold. Drop the buttocks a little lower. And then press to stand, reach tall, arms down. Bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms down, heels lift, and balance. Press the palms down, heels down, press to stand, stand a little taller. Last 2, chair pose. Arms down, up onto the toes, balance, pause, try not to hold your breath. Press the hands down, heels down, rise to stand. Last round, chair pose. Arms down, heels up. Sink the buttocks down a little lower. And then press to stand. Reach the arms up overhead. We'll just take a standing twist. Send your right arm back, your left arm forward, and let your hips, torso revolve any amount around to the right. Swing your right arm back, come all the way back up and take your standing twist to your left. Left arm reaching back, right arm forward. And breathe. And then sweeping your arms forward, come back to chair pose. It's a chair face. Sink the hips down. Keep steady in the whole soles of your feet now. And you're going to take your hands into a fist down at your heart center. Get really low here, but keep your weight in your heels. And from here, we're just going to step out and in. So just tap your right foot out and back in, left foot out and in, and pick up the pace. And ideally here, you are really poking your buttocks back behind you and you're hugging your belly in. Try and keep the torso upright so you're not folding forward too much or hinging from the hips. You've got a few more here, just building some heat in the thigh muscles. You're doing well. Stay with it. And last 2 taps each side. Back to center, press to stand. And take your hands to your heart center. Take a rest. Take a few extra breaths here. Stand tall and feel balanced on both your feet. Some lower body work coming up. Next breath in, sweep your arms up overhead, gaze up. Exhale, dive forward over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Exhale, step back to plank pose, take a vinyasa, and of course, the option is also to take rest at any time. Make your way to downward facing dog. Bring your toes together there at the back of the mat. Raise your right leg up and back, breathe in. Nice controlled movement, 3 core lunges in the air. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, curl in, push into your hands. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, curl in, really dome your spine. Inhale, down dog splits. And as you exhale this time, come into a high lunge. Step your right foot over in the right lane. Rising up when you're ready. We're holding for 3 breaths. And you can modify here with your hands to your hips. If you're feeling a little unsteady on the balls of your back toes, just pause and breathe. And then very subtly transfer your weight into your right heel. And then from here, you're going to catch a balance, shifting forward and gathering the left knee in toward your chest. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Any balance that works for you. If you're feeling unsteady today, tap your toe to the floor. Hold your steady gaze, your concentration, your focus. From here, stepping down to chair pose, left foot meets the right, bend the knees, reach your arms. Let your arms frame your ears and take the heat out of your neck. Just keep the gaze slightly down rather than up so you feel unwrinkled through the back of your neck. We've got a couple more breaths here. Keep drawing your weight back into your heels. And press your palms, lower them down to your heart center. Stay in this low chair position, taking a twist from here, twisting to your left, hooking your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. And breathe. We're here for about 5 breaths. Brightening across your chest through the spread of your collarbones. And if you have your gaze up, send your gaze down. Keep the same arrangement with your arms. Balance now into your left foot, and if you can, step your right foot back into a runner's lunge twist. And if you have your balance, the gaze can turn up out over your left shoulder once more. Pause for about 5 breaths. Keep raising your right thigh up in space. Feel the balls of your back toes. Notice your breath, keep it steady. Eyes down, hands down or fingertips down either side of your front foot now. Stay here in your runner's lunge and in a controlled, methodical manner in line with your breath, lower the back knee and lift and straighten. So do this really slowly. So you can hover the knee or you can tap it down. And last round. And then just pause in your runner's lunge, your back thigh lifting up in space. Get a little lighter on your fingers. Take your right arm out to the side and then your left arm out to the side. So you are hovering right above your front thigh. Crown of the head's reaching forward. And there's an energetic line running all the way down from the back of the skull to your back heel. Last breath here. You exhale, hands to the floor, either downward dog or take a flow here if you'd like to keep moving. High to low push-up. Upward dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. Just notice the difference left to your right side there. Let your gaze fall steady so you can just be still in between the movement. And second side coming up, bring your toes together. Raise your left leg up and back nice and slow, unhurried. Exhale, core lunge in the air. We've got 3 here. Inhale, reach back. Make it count in the abs, really hug and hollow the belly. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, core lunge. Inhale, extend, down dog splits. And as you breathe out, step forward to your high lunge. Point your left toes directly forward, right toes point forward too, and your feet are hip width as you rise up, arms up alongside your ears, or modify, hands to the hips. So try and feel a firmness in your belly without feeling rigid, just between the hip points, the front of the pelvis lifting up. So you're maintaining some core engagement, and that'll help keep you feeling light and buoyant and steady. And then taking your awareness down to your left foot now, weight in the left heel as you come forward to catch your balance, right knee in toward your chest. Pause there, about 5 breaths. Gaze steady, very upright through your spine. Squeezing your right knee a little closer, standing strong in your left leg. As you feel yourself breathe out, step down, bend the knees, come to chair pose, reach both arms up. Sink a little deeper as you breathe out and pause without holding your breath. Keep breathing deep, full breaths. And press your palms here. We're moving into your twist. Twisting to your right now, left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Roll your right shoulder back and try and spiral your chest toward your thumbs so you have a straight line elbow to elbow. Your left knee may want to poke forward here. If you can, keep the knees in line, your pelvis level and stable, supported by your abdominals. And then very subtly transfer your weight onto your right foot. Take the gaze down, keep the arrangement of the arms. Step back with your left foot, take a long stride, find your runner's lunge twist. Challenge your balance by taking the gaze up over your right shoulder. really extending out to the crown of your head. Firm belly, back thigh lifting up in space. Eyes down, your hands down, fingertips down to frame your front foot. And from here, we're going to lift and lower the back knee in time with your breath. Whenever you're ready, slow, controlled movements. Keep pushing down through your front heel there. And next time your back leg is lifted, hold it there, reach out through your heel. Let your legs support you here as you reach your arms out wide to the side into aeroplane arms. Keep your gaze down, really feel your feet here. And then release the hands down by the sides of your foot. Step back through a vinyasa when you're ready, or take rest, downward facing dog. Smooth with your breath. And we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. Legs should feel reasonably warm here. Feeling a little bit more warmer through the rest of your body, just check in. You're doing a great job. We've got another sequence for your upper body. We're just alternating here, upper and lower body, probably knowing you already know that. Okay, from downward dog, we're going to alternate between downward dog and bear. So in bear, we just shift forward lightly and hover our knees above the floor, and then we press back to downward dog. So you can pick up the pace here, really stretching through your arms, the back of your heels, and you're moving in time with your breath. Keep breathing. We've got another 2. And then shift forward to plank pose. As you breathe in, pause, hold here. And then take the knees down to the floor and your forearms down. And with your forearms down on the floor, make sure your hands are shoulder width apart along with your elbows, so your thumbs don't look like they're too close to each other. And then step your legs out and come into forearm plank. So your thighs engage here, low belly lifts in and up. And you dome your spine just a little, particularly through your upper back, really spread the architecture of your upper back. Press down with everything you've got in contact with the mat. And then with your forearms down, your head dropping, light bend in the knees, start to send the sit bones toward the ceiling, walking your feet toward your face there, bend the knees any amount. And find Dolphin Pose. Keep really trying to spread through your upper back. Keep space around your neck. And then a bend in the knees, gaze forward. From here we're going to spring to plank. Arms straight, fingers spread, hold here, and then moving to side plank balance now on your left hand, roll your heels to the left. You can stack your feet here if you like. You can pop your left knee down if that feels more stable for you. Right hand to the sky, and again push down with everything you've got in contact with the mat to find an upward rebounding energy. Left side waist squeezes up, right arm overhead, reach out, and your right hand down, back to plank, and second side. Shifting over, try and keep your body in one straight line. It is a little bit of a balance as well. If you need that extra support, just place the knee down. You're still working your oblique muscles here, your upper body. Send your top arm overhead and really reach out. Find a lateral stretch now. And then eyes down, hands down. If you've got any juice left, take a vinyasa. If you'd like to rest, shift back to downward facing dog. And take 3 deep breaths. And on your next breath in, gaze forward between your hands. At the end of your exhale, step or lightly float forward to the top edge of the mat. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up, eyes up to the tip of the thumbs. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And from here, just take your hands to your hips and step a long stride back with your right foot and turn toward the long edge of your mat. Angle your heels in, your toes out, so you come into temple pose, and you're going to bend the knees nice and deeply there. Keep your torso upright, and we'll move through an eagle arm side stretch flow. I'll talk you through it. Try and keep your legs fairly stable here, your weight in your heels, and your low belly hugging in and up. So we'll take our arms out wide to the side at shoulder height. Wrap your right arm on top of your left arm and touch your palms. As you inhale, just push lightly through your heels so you micro straighten the legs. And as you exhale, sink back down, take your left forearm to your left knee, right arm up and overhead, reach away. And then we'll just flow with our breath, arms out wide, then wrap your left arm on top, right arm under. Light, straighten through the legs. Exhale, rebend the knees, right forearm, right knee, left arm over. And then coming back, right arm on top now, left arm under, eagle arms. Left forearm, left knee, right arm reaches up and over. Coming back, left arm on top, right arm under, eagle arms. Unravel the arms, right forearm, right knee, left arm up and over. Come back to center, arms out wide. And then from here, stay really low, stay with it, lift your right heel, land it down, lift your left heel, land it down, and alternate. There's a rest coming up. You're doing really well. We're nearly there. I forgot it's only a 45-minute class. I had more planned. Here we go. Last one, each side. Then land the heels, straighten the legs, take the heat out of your legs. Take your hands to your hips now and turn your heels out, your big toes in. Firm the muscles in your legs. Take a deep breath in, lift and open your chest toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, forward fold should feel sweet through the legs. Very calming for the nervous system. And of course, if you need to, as you fold forward, to micro bend the knees, feel free. Try and get that feeling you've got the weight even through from your heels to your toes there. So it's quite easy here to lean into your heels as you tip forward. See if you can just get that nice and steady feeling through the soles of your feet. You find your center of gravity. And resting your breath. You can keep your hands on the floor or perhaps catch a hold of opposite elbows. And just remind yourself to really let your head drop here. Let it point down to the floor. And releasing your fingertips to the floor, come up halfway, look forward. And as you exhale, walk around to your front foot. And then framing your front foot, you're going to shoot the duck or come down onto your buttocks any way that feels comfortable for you. Last little burst here. Find yourself in the middle of your mat with your knees bent into a tent, feet to the floor, hip width apart, hands into a fist at your chest, and try and get nice and upright through your spine on a diagonal. So your posture is good, but you're just on a little V shape in between your thighs and your chest. From here, with your feet on the floor, just swing around to your left side, take the fists around, your torso around, and then round to the right side. So you can make this stronger by raising the legs into a half boat, but we're probably just getting that same work in the side abdominals, so obliques with the feet on the floor here. And it often feels more stable, and you have the opportunity to really keep the lungs available as you move. And just pick up the pace, last little burst of energy, any speed that you like here. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting through the torso. Last one each side now. And rest. Back to center, hug the knees in, sit heavy on your buttocks so you can lift nice and tall through the spine. And then slowly melt down onto your back. Hug the knees in toward your chest and your back where you started 45 minutes later. Take a little roll side to side. And take your feet to the floor. And take your knees out wide to the side. Bring your soles together. And let your hands either rest on your body or by your side. And allow your breath to settle. So ideally here, you have an opportunity to rest for about 5 minutes in any comfortable position. You might like to take a reclined twist or any other moves that you have left in you before you finish your practice. Try not to rush off, just give yourself these few moments to let everything settle. Feel the warmth in your body. And I hope you enjoyed this class today. A little bit different to my regular classes, but they seem popular to do the yoga conditioning class, so I have had a request, and that's why I recorded this class today. So thank you so much for joining me on the mat. I hope you're all well and staying safe. See you on the mat next time. Namaste.